I've been working hard for many, many years to progress, to get rid of negative states like fear, anger, resentment, those kinds of things.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Nothing's happened. And
You mean you don't want them to ever recur? Is that what you mean?
yeah, see, I have this fantasy of what it might be like to be you, and I have no idea what it's like, but I suspect that it has to do with the absence of all of those states.
It has to do with not living there, not being there, not buying that. See? It doesn't mean you drop a brick on your toe. You don't say, "Oh, damn." I mean, it doesn't mean you're dead. It doesn't mean you're dead. You know.
Yeah.
You don't go, "Oh, that feels wonderful. That nice brick on my toe." I'm so glad I'm not a body.
Right. So what I'm wondering is...
You may have an idealized version, an idealization.
That's what I'm thinking. And then when you were talking about Mother Teresa, I realized that I'm in this for a gain. I'm in this for a payoff.
Yeah.
You know, the reason I'm doing all of the work that I do, spiritual work, is because I have an idea of what it would be like.
Just do it for its own sake. Not because of any gain of being that way.
Yeah, because it causes a lot of pain that I'm not free of those states. So it's a kind of a curious...
so you're resisting them.
Well,
you got to allow yourself to be human on the way. You know, allow yourself to be human.
Yeah.
See,
but then that brings up another question.
You got the karma of an animal in you.
Yeah. Next question has to do with vigilance. The next fear I have is that if I'm not very, very vigilant for when those states arise, that if I'm asleep to those states, and if I let go of that, what I call vigilance, is that I'm afraid I'll lose control. I'm afraid that who knows what might happen. So I have to watch myself very like a hawk all the time, and I'm wondering. You understand my question?
Yeah.
Is that vigilance becomes exhausting?
You're
actually,
boxed in by it.
Yeah, right. So it becomes a trap itself rather than freedom.
Why don't you let go resisting those emotional reactions that come and go? They don't mean anything. They're not of any great significance. If you stub your toe, what are you supposed to do? See?
Well, that's why I wanted to ask you what it's like to be you, because I know what it's like to be me, and it's not.
What would you do? What would you do?
Huh?
What would you do to stub your toe?
Ask Vicki.
I'd say, "Oh, damn,
really?
damn."
Really?
Those are just animal reactions, you know.
Okay.
And that's not a state that you live in, a way of being, you know. I see many people in the world that live for the sake of spite. They live for the sake of evil, you might say.
Yeah. I don't do that. I feel like those things are
visible. Because it's their way of life. You know, that's not your way of life. No, you're hoping that the animal reactions, you know, that part of your brain would stop functioning.
That's right.
I don't think it's going to. I think you just got to make a pet out of it. Inside yourself is a ill animal that needs you to love it and forgive it for being an animal.
But I'm kind of afraid of it.
It's an animal. What are you afraid?
Yeah, I'm afraid. I'm afraid if I let it go, who knows what it's going to do.
Like what?
I mean, the anger, the rage seems like there's a lot more down there.
It's primitive. I see. Yeah. You've been suppressing it, repressing it for a lot of ages.
Exactly.
All right, so you got to uncork it and then let go resisting it and let it just be there. Roll around the floor and be angry.
Can I trust that there's something that won't allow that to do damage to someone else?
Well, it's called sanity.
Well, yeah, but I don't know a lot about that. I mean, in that state, I don't. When that state comes up, there's not a great deal.
It's just to overcome with rage.
Yeah, well, it feels to me like that, but probably my friends wouldn't say, he's not really all that nasty, but it seems to me like I am.
Intolerance of the animal. So
yeah, right.
All right, you've got to somehow absorb this animal and turn it into loving this animal, and seeing it's just its way of being. the beast within you.
But I'm also very concerned about what other people think about me. And, you know, I mean, that's another trap, you know, like if I let people see that I'm really pretty angry, then they're going to say, you know, 25 years, you're not so spiritual, you know.
Well, they'll have to get over what they think spiritual is. You know, you can't live up to how they might define it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Maybe I have to get over what I think spiritual is, too.
Yeah.
Could be.
To not have any negative emotions means to be quite detached from the world. And, you know, somebody runs over your favorite dog, you're not going to react at all. No, you're going to react. And so I would just normalize the animal in you and say, well, it's just the way he is. He lives in your amygdala. The amygdala calibrates at 120. What do you expect out of a 120?
So I need
Your animal is not going to start singing Ave Maria. Ave Maria.
Whenever your animal comes up, try to sing that.
I'll do that. That'll work. Thanks so much.